Have you ever wondered why life is filled with trials and tribulations? Why hardships seem to be a part of our existence? It's a question that has tested the ages, a puzzle that we all grapple with. Could it be that these challenges, these trials, carry a divine purpose, a plan woven intricately into the tapestry of our lives? This is a journey of discovery, of seeking solace in sacred texts. Today, we delve into the Bible to find answers and draw parallels to our modern lives. The story of Job is one that resonates with many of us. A man of faith, Job faced unimaginable suffering. In the ancient land of Uz, there lived a man named Job, a man of integrity and righteousness. Job was blessed with profound wealth and a large family. He was the epitome of prosperity, a shining testament to the rewards of unwavering faith. But one day, his life took a drastic turn. In a whirlwind of calamity, Job lost everything: his wealth, his children, even his health. He was left sitting in ashes, covered in sores, a stark contrast to the man he once was. Yet, in the face of such monumental loss, Job did not curse God. Instead, he fell to the ground and worshiped, declaring, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." His faith remained steadfast even as his friends questioned, even as his wife urged him to curse God and die. Job's story is a powerful narrative of endurance. It's a testament to the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. It's about the strength that faith brings, the hope it instills, even in the most dire of circumstances. In our modern world, we too face trials and tribulations, maybe not as dramatic as Job's, but they can be equally challenging. We may face financial difficulties, health issues, loss of loved ones, or even a crisis of faith. But through Job's story, we're reminded that we're not alone in our suffering. Like Job, we can lean on our faith, find strength in our belief, and endure. We can look to Job as a beacon of resilience, a symbol of unwavering faith in the face of adversity. Job's story teaches us that faith can help us endure our hardest moments. It reminds us that even when we're stripped of everything, even when we're sitting in ashes, we can rise. Because faith, like a phoenix, can never truly be extinguished. It's always there, waiting to be kindled, ready to illuminate our path and guide us through our darkest hours. So, remember Job, remember his endurance. Let his story inspire you, comfort you, and strengthen you in your trials. Job's story teaches us that faith can help us endure our hardest moments. Jesus Christ, the central figure of Christianity, himself faced tribulations and trials. Over 2,000 years ago, in a time of political unrest and religious tension, Jesus walked the earth, teaching, healing, and reaching out to the marginalized. But his journey wasn't an easy one. It was marked by trials and tribulations that culminated in his crucifixion. Imagine the sacrifice. To live a life of absolute humility, knowing that it would end in the most painful and public way possible, Jesus experienced rejection, betrayal, and physical suffering. He bore the weight of the world's sins, a burden so heavy it's impossible for any of us to truly comprehend. His crucifixion was the ultimate test of his faith and love. But the story doesn't end there. In the face of death, Jesus held on to his faith in God and his love for humanity. 3 days after his crucifixion, he rose from the dead, marking a victory over death and sin. His resurrection is a beacon of hope, a symbol of victory in the face of adversity. Now let's draw parallels to our lives. Each of us faces trials and tribulations, moments where we feel overwhelmed, where the burden seems too heavy. But like Jesus, we can choose to persevere, to hold on to faith and love even when the circumstances seem dire. Our struggles may not mirror the magnitude of Jesus's, but they are our own crucibles, testing our resolve, our courage, and our faith. In these moments, we can turn to Jesus' story for comfort and guidance. We can remember his sacrifice, his resilience, and his ultimate victory. We can remember that trials are a part of life, but they do not define us. It's how we respond to these trials, just like Jesus, that truly matters. Jesus' story is a testament to the power of faith and love. His sacrifice, his crucifixion, and his resurrection remind us that we too can overcome our trials, that we too can rise again stronger and more resilient. In the face of adversity, let's remember Jesus' sacrifice and draw strength from his story. But why do these trials exist? What is their purpose in our lives? From a biblical perspective, trials and tribulations have a distinct purpose. They're not merely arbitrary events that occur to test our resolve or to inflict suffering. Far from it. You see, Trials are transformative. They're God's way of refining us, much like gold is refined in fire. Just as the heat of the fire purifies gold, removing impurities, trials purify us, helping us shed our weaknesses and imperfections. They bring us face to face with our shortcomings, making us humble and teaching us patience and perseverance. But that's not all. Trials are also a way to strengthen our faith. When we face trials, we learn to lean on God, to trust Him even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Just as a muscle grows stronger with exercise, our faith grows stronger through trials. They compel us to seek God, to pray more fervently, to delve deeper into His Word. Moreover, trials have a way of building character. They shape us, mold us, and make us who we are. They teach us resilience, courage, and determination. They force us to confront our fears and to find the strength within us to overcome them. In doing so, they help us grow as individuals, making us better equipped to face life's challenges. Lastly, trials bring us closer to God. They create a longing in our hearts for His presence, for His comfort and His guidance. They remind us of our dependence on Him, of our need for His grace. They make us yearn for Him, to seek His face, to draw nearer to Him. So, while trials may be difficult, they're not without purpose. They're divine tools used by God to shape us, to refine us, to strengthen us, to bring us closer to Him. They're an integral part of our spiritual journey, a necessary step towards spiritual maturity. Trials, though painful, can lead us to spiritual growth. In the face of trials, where do we find comfort? A question so profound it echoes through the ages. The answer, my friends, is as simple as it is powerful. It lies in our faith. Faith is our sanctuary in times of trouble. It's a comforting blanket of certainty that wraps around us, shielding us from the harsh winds of adversity. It's our rock, our fortress, our refuge, a place of safety and solace where we can find peace in the midst of the storm. Take a moment to remember the story of David and Goliath. David, a mere shepherd boy, faced a giant of insurmountable proportions. Yet it was his unwavering faith in God that gave him the courage to confront his adversary. His faith, his belief, his trust in God's divine protection was his comfort, his strength. And in the end, it was this faith that led him to victory. But faith is not just about biblical stories and ancient wisdom. It's a living, breathing force in our lives today. Consider the countless individuals across the globe who, in the face of illness, loss, or hardship, turn to their faith for comfort. They find solace in prayer, in community, in the knowledge that they are not alone in their struggle. They find strength in the belief that there is a higher power guiding their journey, a divine hand that will lead them through their trials. In this regard, faith is not just a source of comfort, but also a beacon of hope. It lights our path in the darkest of times, reminding us that even in our suffering, there is a purpose, a plan, a divine design. So when the storms of life rage around us, when we feel lost and overwhelmed, let us remember the power of faith. Let us embrace it, nurture it, lean on it. Because in faith, we find not only comfort, but also the strength to endure, the courage to persevere. In faith, we find comfort, strength, and the courage to face our trials. Trials are an inevitable part of our lives. Like the common thread woven into the tapestry of human existence, they bind us together in a shared experience. Yet it's not the trials themselves that define us, but rather how we respond to them. We've journeyed through the perseverance of Job, who faced unimaginable adversity, yet never lost his faith. We witnessed the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus, a testament to the transformative power of trials. These stories from the Bible serve as stark reminders that trials are not punishments, but opportunities for growth and strengthening of our faith. But what does this mean for us today? It means that each challenge we face, no matter how insurmountable it may seem, has a purpose. It's a stepping stone, a catalyst for growth, a chance to deepen our relationship with God. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. God is with us, guiding us, providing us with the strength to endure. Trials may shake us, but they also shape us. They carve out within us reservoirs of resilience and foster a spirit of perseverance. They teach us to rely not on our own strength, but on the divine strength that comes from faith. With faith, we can navigate the trials of life, grow spiritually, and find comfort in the divine plan. Remember, the trials we face today prepare us for the blessings of tomorrow.